Blog Talk Radio.
It's Cannon Baby coming with the heat. Got Endie Fiya playing in my speakers. Nikhil the host, girl in motion. All the way lit, airway smoking. You can call in, this phone lines open. Rockets are hot like we cooking the roast. Endie Fiya the GOAT, don't ask who the competition is, cause they standing alone popping. When you listening here, you always get what you interviews. Artists, songwriters, authors, and entrepreneurs. Chopping it up with powerful icons who make an influence. Who keep it hotter, this is Endie Fiya. Blazing on yourself, tune in and catch the heat. It don't even matter where you at. Entertainment, news, and daily inspiration for everyone. Yeah. Holy moly, this day heat. Got Nikhil in my speakers. Girl in motion, get on your feet. Endie Fiya blazing, please. Keep it coming every week. We too strong, we defeat the weak. Cannon Baby, super speed. We keep it turning to the sea. It's too high. A fireman can't put it out cause it's too high. Endie Fiya. It's too high. A fireman can't put it out cause it's too high. Endie Fiya, yeah. Entertainment, news, and daily inspiration for everyone. For everyone. Entertainment, news, and daily inspiration for everyone. For everyone. Entertainment, news, and daily inspiration for everyone. For everyone. Entertainment, news, daily inspiration for everyone. For everyone, yeah.
What's good, guys? Happy Monday. You were tuned into another episode of Endie Fiya right here with your girl, Nakia. How was your weekend? I know I talked to you on Saturday, so I found out, how some of your weekend was going on Saturday when we did the What's Coming Up show. I gave you the calendar for the month of October. We have a jam-packed month for October. I'm excited for October. All of our artists, the author that we have, the entrepreneur that we have, that I mentioned, the artist. And yes, we're bringing back the artist spotlight. So I'm super excited about October. And it's fall now, the weather's changing and pumpkin spice and the leaves are falling and I ain't got to worry about nobody cutting my grass no more. Oh, my God, I'm just excited. But, as always, I need to know what somebody did this weekend. Shoot me a quick message so I can shout you out and talk about what you did this weekend. But me, what did I do? Let me think. I didn't do anything. Like, for real, I didn't do anything. Today's Monday. On Friday, the hurricane was, everywhere, right? So Friday, I really did take advantage of the hurricane being where I am. I'm in a remote location. I'm in between two states. And so the state that I'm in now was affected by the hurricane, right? And so the power was flickering, and I thought, I'm just going to use this as just a day just to relax and rest and just be in bed and not really do any work. And I didn't do any work. I didn't bother with the people on the job. I didn't allow them to bother me. I didn't really do anything with any of the businesses. I didn't do anything on Friday. I just stayed in a bed in pajamas all day. That was my Friday. And then Saturday, I don't remember what I did, but I probably relaxed on Saturday, did some self-care. On Sunday, I don't remember what I did on yesterday either, but it was probably just some self-care. My whole weekend was pretty chill, So if you had my type of weekend, let me know. Let me know what you did so I can shout you out really quickly. But today, let me tell you guys, I don't know. Maybe it's just the positive energy that I just been putting out into the atmosphere. But, me talking about Mondays and how Mondays is just that day that just drags. I look at the clock, and normally on a Monday at 8:15, when it's supposed to be 1 o'clock, it's still 8:15. I'll be talking about that, right? No. Today I looked at the clock at 1 o'clock, and it was really 1 o'clock. The past 3 Mondays have just really flown by. I don't know what it is, but me just thinking positive, going to work and just, I work from home, right? So I literally got to go, out of my bedroom, around the corner, step into my office, and just the energy, meditating in the morning and putting out that positive energy, just knowing that today's going to be a productive day, putting those positive affirmations out there, just the energy, cleansing the house, you know what I'm saying? Just making sure that I'm putting out the right energy, knowing that I need to have a better day than I had the day before. You know what I'm saying? And it has really, really helped with my Mondays. And I find that the rest of my week tends to flow the same way. And even when I step into the studio, it's just like everything just tends to flow just a whole lot better. I get hyped when I get in the studio anyway, but everything just tends to flow a whole lot better. So if you're having those types of Mondays, like I have had in the past, I would recommend you just change the vibe. You know what I'm saying? Change what you're speaking. Change what you're putting into the atmosphere so that you're having a more productive day, so that your Mondays are not taking 20 hours to go through. You know what I'm saying? Next day, I'm supposed to get off at a certain time. In 8 hours, I'm supposed to be off. 10 hours. I was on a 10-hour day today. Next thing I know, it's 6 o'clock, and I'm like, oh, I got to go. I really got to go. Even though I got team members that are having issues on top of issues, I'm like, no, for real. I really got to go. I've been here 10 hours. Like, I got to go. You know what I'm saying? So change what you're thinking. Change your mindset. You know what I'm saying? Before you step into whatever. That should be life in general. Change the mindset, Tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, artist, producer, DJ, Electro Horse is joining us. Yes, guys, remember, he was supposed to be here in August, but he had some technical difficulties. He will be here with us tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Remember, if you're in the Central Time Zone, that is 5:30, all right? So make sure that you're right back here with us. And then on Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're bringing back the Artist Spotlight. So our first artist in the spotlight is going to be Nigerian artist YNG Kizzy. All right, artist, songwriter, and producer. Phenomenal young man. I really wish he could be here with us, but unfortunately, due to some communication issues across the fiber optic airwaves, he will not be able to be here with us, all right? So we're going to put him in the spotlight. We're going to have all his Q&A, and we're going to have his music, and we'll have him in the artist spotlight, okay? All right, that's enough. I gave you the calendar on Saturday. Head over to the website and Facebook as well to see your favorite artist may be here for the month of October. If not, tell them to get here for the month of November by way of info@IndieFiyaRadio.com. All right? Well, my guest this evening, super, super excited to have him here with me. You know what? Autocorrect, spell check, all of that mess, I can't stand it. You know how you type it in one word and it will change it for you, especially when you're speaking it. And I'm steadily saying taboo, and it's correcting it for me. Every time I said it, it corrected it for me because taboo is spelled a certain way, but my artist spells it another way. And every time I try to spell it in his bio, that damn autocorrect, So I'm not talking about TABOO. I'm talking about Southern Soul music artist Taboo, TABU. All right? This South Bend, Arkansas native was introduced to music at a very early age. Music first found him in the church choir. Watching his mother sing in the choir persuaded him to develop his singing ability. That ability was noticed by his mother, and he was told to pursue his musical ambitions. It nurtured and enhanced Taboo's musical skills. Taboo has traveled across the Midwest in recent years and has been led to Atlanta, Georgia. This has allowed him to meet Dawayne Wilson of Dirty House Productions, and he has also released his first solo album entitled Introduction Into Tabu. Currently, Tabu works with Mose Stovall and Kelvin Benion of KSwayMusic Production and Jay of Platinum One Entertainment. Tabu has been the opening act for the Rude Boys, Men at Large, Joe, Lenny Williams, Gerald Levert, Monica, Tony Terry, David Peaston, Frankie Beverly and Mays, Intro, Melissa Morgan, Focus, The Group, Bone Thugs and Harmony, Sir Charles Jones, and countless others to be named. Tabu's music influences come from artists such as Teddy Pendergrass, Gerald Levert, Marvin Gaye, Johnny Taylor, and Mary Mitchell, his mother. He feels that God's purpose must always be our guide. Singing is his gift. Through music, Tabu wants to reach, to touch, and to make changes in people's lives. His goal in his music career is that it will touch the lives of people and reach all genres. He wishes to have it translate to others and to touch the masses. He feels at the end of the day, it is what it is. Always give 110% at whatever you do. He says he thanks God for the ability to translate and be transparent via records, CDs, streams, television, radio, and much more. Endie Fiya listening audience, I present to you this evening my very special guest, Southern soul music artist, Tabu.
Hey, what's going on?
How you doing this evening? How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I appreciate that, introduction. I appreciate that. That was cool.
You're so very welcome. You're welcome. I'm glad to have you here with me. You could have been anywhere this evening, but you're here with myself and my listening audience, giving so freely of yourself and of your time. So I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you.
No problem. I appreciate y'all. Really do.
You're welcome. So I don't even got to ask you, where did you get your start? Because your bio so eloquently states you started in the church choir. As so many of our R&B, soul, Southern soul artists, whether they were drugged to church, whether they, started in the church choir. But being in the choir, I was in the choir, and I had a lot of siblings. I had a lot of cousins. I had a lot of friends who were in the choir as well, because it was something for them to do. It was something to keep them occupied, but they couldn't sing. They were just in the choir. They were holding spots. You know what I'm saying? They were holding spots to keep them out of trouble. Yeah, holding spots to keep them out of trouble. But, when did she really recognize that you had a voice and that you could sing, and that she said, hey, let me really push him and develop his musical talent? When did she really find that gift and begin to push you?
Okay. Yeah, you know what? I had to be about 12, and Mom was always singing, and I was always watching her, you know what I'm saying, from the back of the church. And then, she kind of wanted to start like a group with me, my sister and my brother. And that's what she really knew. She said, wait a minute, you can lead songs. I was like, no, I'm going to play in the background. I'm going to stay in the background. But she knew then, so she always was kind of pushing me forward, but I was always pushing back, like, nah, let my sister and them sing, let them do what they do, So she saw it at an early age, and she was trying to push it. It took a while, but she was trying to push it back then. So, yeah, about 12, 13 years old, I'm running around outside, but I'm also listening to her while she's in the choir, because she was leading most of all the songs in the choir at the church. So I would always, listen to her. But, yeah, she saw it at an early age, so she knew. I didn't, but she did. That's where that came from. Yep.
And at what point did you decide, this church thing is good. I'm leading the songs in the church or whatever, but I want to branch out and see what this secular, see how my voice sounds in the secular world. At what point did you decide to do that?
You know what? I stayed in the background for a while, until I graduated high school, went off to the military, and I started singing. because, you're 18, 19 years old, and, you want to talk to the girl. So I had a little extra some of my pockets that the fellas didn't have.
Right.
So that's what really opened me up to solo singing was, just being in the military, just singing and, knowing that, I had this little extra nugget that I could pull out if I needed it, to talk to the girl. So that just really kind of opened me up to like solo singing. Otherwise, I was singing in the background. I was always a background guy, just standing in the back, being little clown guy in the background. That's where it all started. Right there in the military is when I got that bug. I got that itch. I was like, oh, so this is okay. I can do that. So, yeah, right there for the girls. Well, that's what it was.
Did you find?
That's what it was. Huh?
Did you find that? I know some artists have like an alter ego. Did you find that at that stage, in the beginning you were the background, not saying that you were the shy type, but being in the background, and now all of a sudden you got a little bit of freedom. Now being in the military,
right.
You know what I'm saying, and you're using, I got a voice now. But did you have did you use that, as an alter ego back then?
Well, like I said, it was more or less when you said the word shy. I was really shy too, though. That's one reason why Mom
really
didn't get me out in front. Yeah, I was kind of shy. I was the big guy. I played sports. I was shy though. I didn't really want to be in the front. I always wanted to play. I was the bodyguard in the movie. I didn't want to be the star. I wanted to be in the background.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So the alter ego thing, yeah, I guess that's what you can kind of call that. When I started singing, things changed. You know what I'm saying? I'm 18, 19 years old. I can sing a little bit. I'm not the best singer in the world, but I can hold my own, and that's when, the girls started noticing. I said, okay, yeah, I can be Billy D now. I can be Billy D. Williams, baby. Oh, but yeah, that's where it all kind of got going with the solo thing for me.
Okay, so tell us about your songwriting process. When you sit down to write a new track, what comes first for you? Do you have to have your lyrics already, in your head? You already know what you want to write about, start writing them, and then you get your beat, or do you have to find your beat first and then write the lyrics? What's your process like?
Well, for me, as far as I really enjoy writing hooks. So I might have a hook just off the top of my head. I might just be riding down 285 in Atlanta, Georgia, and I might just come up with something, and I'll quickly pull over and record that, and then I'll bring it back, and then I might start writing around that. And I have a partner who helps me out too with writing, so he writes with me just to make it a great song. We want to put out great songs. Sometimes I might just get a beat. Yeah, I might get a beat, and I'll just feel it. I got a beat a couple weeks ago from a young man, and I was just feeling it. It just kind of just flowed, and that's usually how I do it. Yeah, it can come without music or with music. That's the inspiration.
So it really depends.
Yeah, it just depends on what I'm feeling like. Sometimes I'm writing, I might just be trash. I'll be just throwing it away. But sometimes you find those, in the lucky charms, you find something in there. You be like, oh, okay, this is great stuff. So yeah, this is great stuff. Great stuff. That's what you say at the beginning, but when people hear it, they can judge shit. They tend to say, hey, it's going to be good or not. So yeah.
So take me back. No pun intended. Okay. But take me back to the writing processes for your track, Take Me Back. When you started, writing that, and talk about what that track is all about. I don't know if I mentioned to you, but I believe I did. When we get music on the show, prior to us playing it, we don't get a chance to listen to it. We want to fall in love with the music, just like the listening audience does, or we want to, dislike it. It's going to be there's no in between. Either we're going to like it or we're going to dislike it. So we don't know what Take Me Back is about. So walk us through the process for creating Take Me Back.
Take Me Back. Okay. During COVID, this is where this song came from. I had did a show, and I needed a different sound. So I knew this DJ, and he connected me with some guys out of Alabama who had the Southern Soul sound for what we're doing now. They had this sound. So they actually gave me a track, and they said, well, this is what you can do with it. You know what I'm saying? So as far as I could take that track was the hook. But what I heard was family reunion, good times with your uncles and your sisters and your brothers and people you hadn't met or seen in years. So that song was going to take me back to the good old days, to the good music, Marvin Gaye and whoever else is on the song. Yeah, all those old artists that we remember growing up, just a different time in our history and our time. You know what I'm saying? So that's where that song really comes from. It's just about family reunion, the old songs I remember growing up, listening to my mom and them play and stuff like that. So that's what that song's about.
Okay. I want to go ahead and give you the opportunity to introduce your track, Take Me Back, to our listening audience.
All right, this song we're going to play right now is by me, Tabu, and it's a Southern Soul song, which is Southern Soul, R&B, and blues mixed together. And it's called Take Me Back to the Good Old Days by Tabu.
Can you take me back to the good old days? back to the good old days. Oh, yeah. I wanna go. I wanna go back. Johnny did it his way. And the jukebox played memories of yesterday. Can you take me back? Take me back to the good old days.
You're just tuning in. You're live right here on Endie Fiya with your girl Nakia and my very special guest, Southern Soul music artist Tabu. If you want to call in and speak to our guest tonight, the number is 929-477-1320. And that right there was "Take Me Back" by Tabu. Tell me what you guys. We should get it in rotation. Don't give me a thumbs up. I already know how you feel. I already know. You want to get it in? We should get it in rotation, guys. Let me know. Send me a message. Tell me what you guys think. All right, yo. Why you didn't tell me today was National Boyfriend Day or whatever, so I could post my boyfriend for the week? Y'all should have told me. I would have put him up. I would have. Y'all know I'm lying. I can't put him on the spot like that. But somebody should have told me. I would have at least shouted him out. Okay. So let me shout him out right quick. All right. Let me do this. Pause for the cause. All right. So a couple of weeks ago, he went to Mexico, right, for the first time. It's the first time he went to Mexico. And it was like total shock for him because he had never been to Mexico. So anytime somebody goes someplace, I'm like, bring me some gum. That's what I always tell people. Bring me gum. It's very inexpensive. Wherever you go, just bring me gum. It doesn't matter. Just bring me gum. I've been to Mexico plenty of times, so I told him to bring me gum. I wanted, like, specific Mexican gum. It's called chicle, right? You go to a Mexican restaurant and you get the U.S. version of it, chicle, right? But I want the Mexican kind. It comes from the rubber trees in the rainforest, right? So when he goes to buy it, on the package, it's priced $59. Okay, so he's like, I mean, I like you and whatever, but this gum costs $59. Mind you, okay, he ain't thought about that. He's thinking U.S. dollars, $59, and you only getting like 16 little cubes per package. Y'all understand why he's boyfriend of the week, right? Okay, I'm going to leave that right there. Moving right along. What, to you, in your own words, what makes an R&B soul song great?
You know what? It's a couple of things. The singer has to be able to, pull it off, and great writing too, and great production of music, the sound, so that people fall in love with a great song. So those are the things that I think. Yeah.
Okay. I look for, has to have a great melody. Of course, the lyrics. Harmony, the chords. I think all of this needs to, mesh together, and it needs to be able to resonate in the ears of the listener.
Absolutely. I agree with you.
That's what I'm looking for.
Okay. Well, like I said, that song there, that's more more of the southern thing that I do. Down in the South, it's more blues driven, from Memphis to Mississippi to Arkansas, Georgia, Alabama, Texas. So that song is really driven by those states there. But it can branch off, starting tonight. To other states.
Right. I've had people ask, because I've had a lot of soul and Southern soul artists on my show in the past 2 months, thanks to Miss Yolanda Marshall. Always got to shout her out. So I've had a lot of, my listening audience who are used to, hip-hop, rap, neo soul. They're used to that type of music on this show. So they always want to know,
Right.
you know, what is the difference between Southern soul music and Motown?
Okay.
How do you differentiate between those two genres of music?
And you know what? It's a couple of things I look at. Like the lyric content, for one, things that you can talk about in Southern soul. Like you're going to play a song here in a minute. Things that you can talk about in Southern soul, you might not be able to talk about in R&B because that type of crowd probably wouldn't appreciate it as much because it's not what they do. You know, I always say Southern soul. It's like I said, it's down south. It's just ingrained in them. That's what they listen to. You know what I'm saying? If they're Saturday night, Friday night, you know, popping the bottle in the backyard under the tree, you know, that type of music. You know, so in Motown, you know what I'm saying, it was geared to a different type of crowd. You know, it was geared to a different type of crowd. So the difference, and that on Southern soul music, it's a bottom to it. You'll hear that bottom, boom, boom. It's a bottom to it that goes in. Where R&B, you can kind of play with the keys, play with the drums and all that. But that sound, when it's a Southern soul sound, it's a bottom that goes on it. And it just kind of just resonates with those who like it. They know that sound. They know the sound. It's the call. It's the call. It's the bell ringing, you know, come to class. You know the sound. You know the sound. Hey, you know the street lights on, you know. Mama, hey, the street lights on. You already know you got to go in.
Right.
You just know the sound, you know. Yeah, but
I would agree from all of the music, and I can't say I've heard, you know, all of it, but from all of the music I've heard thus far, I have been, my ears have been, you know, just in so much soul and Southern soul music in the past 2.5 months, and even I believe it's on, if it's not tonight, I think it's Wednesday night. Rico C has a show on Facebook Live. Yolana's always tagging me in that, you know, so in anything that goes on, Yolana's always tagging me in it. So my ears have just been, you know, burning with so much Southern soul music in the past 2.5 months. You know, I know that sound that you're talking about, more so than I'm hearing any other music at this point right now.
Right.
So this last week, I had Johnny Croon on the show. I think it was last Thursday. If it wasn't Thursday, it was Tuesday. So for the past week, he's sent me so much of his music, and for the past week, that's all I've been listening to is Johnny Croon, like for the past week. So you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm very appreciative of all the new music and all the new artists that I have had an opportunity to add to my listening repertoire. You know, artists that I may not have even ever come across if Yolanda had not, you know, just slid in my DM one day like, hey, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's just getting back to you, though. Getting back to you.
Right. I don't mean to cut you off. I apologize. But let me say this. With this sound, this music, the genre of music, Southern soul music. So most people, like you said, you hadn't heard it, you hadn't listened to it until she started DMing you and sending it to you, right? Okay, well, what it was in the last 7 years, I'll say, when Pokey came out with Side Piece and Nelly Tiger Travis came out with Sexy Man, those two songs kind of woke people up that probably wouldn't have never even tapped into the genre because they were like blues. Nah, we're not trying to hear that. We ain't our grandparents' age. You know what I'm saying? But that kind of woke them up because the beats came along with it and the words that they say every day that we were saying in our neighborhoods. You know, saying side piece, so it's a side this and side that. So it resonated with them, and it kind of made those songs like, you know, really big. So it opened those ears up to people who had never really heard that style of music. So now they kind of like falling into it. Now you have King George, who's really big in the Southern soul market. So he's kind of taken it and, you know, shot it out like a rocket. So, yeah, I understand what you're saying. I get it.
Well, you do have a caller. I want to give them the opportunity to shout you out or ask questions or Look, now I'm going to pull you in now. I don't want you to get on the line and be shy. I'm going to go ahead and say that right now. Area code 813. Don't be shy when I pull you in. Who do we have on the line with Nakia and Tabu?
Hey, Nakia, this is Frederick. How are you, sweetheart?
I am well. How are you?
I'm good. Long time no see. Well, first of all, I want to give a shout out to your guest. I was listening a little bit. I was listening online before I decided to call in. So I want to give a shout out to both you and your guest. I want to give a big shout out and also a big congratulations to both of y'all.
Appreciate you, my friend.
You.
Appreciate you.
You are where you're very welcome, brother. Say what now, sweetheart?
Thank you so very much.
You just sitting back listening?
Yeah, I've been listening. I mean, kind of off and on between me and hitting the heavy bag. So, but I have been listening.
Are you still in Tampa?
No, sweetheart. I am in Georgia now.
All right. So did the hurricane hit you?
I don't Atlanta.
Nope, not at all.
All right. So you missed the hurricane.
Yeah.
All right, but now, Tabu, you're in Georgia, right?
Right, I'm in Atlanta.
So, do you have any upcoming shows? Yeah, do you have any upcoming shows around the area?
I have one Saturday with Yolanda. I don't have a flyer with me. It's I forgot what they call the place. But yeah, it's one Saturday here in actually it's in Marietta. So yeah. I just don't have the flyer with me right now.
I'm sure she's listening. She'll shoot me that information really quickly, and I will get it out so we can announce that. So since maybe you can check him out.
Most definitely. Check us out, man. Yeah, man.
Well, look here, I'm always down to check out some good stuff, man. Always down for that.
Okay. All right. Well, that works, man. I appreciate you.
All right, we'll continue to hold the line, and I will speak with you a little later. All right?
For sure.
So before we jump into your next track, because I feel like you might answer this question, or the answer might come through this question before we jump into the next track. So let's see here. On which of your songs do you think you've delivered your best performance so far, either from an emotional or a technical point of view?
Wow. Probably from an emotional, I'll say I think you're going to play this one next. Yeah, I think that's the next one. So I think you're going to hold the one that you heard for last. Right? If you hold that one for last, then this next one, definitely from an emotional standpoint. Yeah, this is the one right here. I just love doing the song. I actually did not write this song. Someone, young man out of Mississippi, wrote this for me, and I just love this song. So it's a great song. But I'll let you get me in line so I can set it up.
And from an emotional point of view, you're talking about 10 to 11?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Great song. I didn't like this, but as soon as I heard this song, it was just like, okay, we have to do this song, you know? Because I have people who write stuff and they'll send it to me or send it to my manager, Chris, and he'll say, what did you think about this? I was like, okay, nah. But when I heard that one, I was like, that's a great song, you know? And it takes me back to my R&B days. So I kind of dabble R&B and Southern Soul. So I kind of do them both. So this one is more your R&B and Southern Soul mix.
All right, guys, tell me what you think. R&B and Southern Soul, 10 to 11, Tabu, right here, first time on Endie Fiya. You guys tell me what you think.
Hey now, what's good? It's your girl Jana Blackwell, C-Town Records, Mistress of Soul, and you're on the air with the hottest independent station, Endie Fiya, with your host Nakia, giving you that heat right here on the station, bringing you all of the hottest hip hop hits, Endie Fiya.
You're just tuning in. You're live right here on Endie Fiya with your girl Nakia and my very special guest, Southern soul music artist Tabu. And you just heard Tender Loving. I got your thumbs up. I got it. I ain't even have to ask you. I know. I got your thumbs up. You guys should be in the studio with me. My producer is always thumbs. I don't think I ran across any music that he doesn't like. He always gives me thumbs up on everybody. So that's the plus around here. But yes, I like Tender Loving. You got thumbs up for me as well. So yes, we're getting that in rotation as well. I don't really need the listening audience. I don't need to get your opinion on that because I like it, so it's going in rotation. So that's all that really matters, right? I like it, so it's just going in rotation. Yes, I like that. Little R&B and soul, he says, on Tender Loving. So, yes. But I saw that a lot. There's visuals for Tender Loving or no?
What's that? Sorry?
There's visuals for Tender Loving?
Oh, you know what? I apologize. We do have a video for that. You can go to Tabu.
Yeah, I thought so.
YouTube. Just pull up YouTube, Tender Loving Tabu. It'll show up.
All right, guys, make sure you go and check out that. Yes, on YouTube. Make sure you go and check that out.
Yeah, like and subscribe. Yep. So yeah, we
like
did a video
and subscribe.
For that.
Yes.
Definitely.
What one ingredient would you say makes Tabu special and unique as a performing artist?
You know what? As I was coming up, I'm going to kind of take this around a little bit. As I was coming up, they when they performed, they danced. So I do a little bit of that. They sang good. I think I do a little bit of that. And, just trying to be the whole package. So the dancing and singing together, meshed together, that's probably it. Yeah, I dance a little bit. I'm not Chris Brown, but I mean, I could be.
You be out there dancing for real?
I groove a little bit, just a little bit. Not Chris Brown. Now don't put me in the Chris Brown bucket or the Michael Jackson lane. but I kind of move a little bit on stage. I can't. I can't sit still. It's like, what? I come from coaching. You know what I'm saying? That's like sanctified churches. So, you know how they do in the sanctified churches. They jumping and moving. So that's what I come from. So it's like, I hear some good music. I'm ready to go. It's like, okay, wind me up. Let's go. Wind me up, put the quarter in there, and we gone all day.
I got you.
That's me.
I got you.
Yeah, that's me, Let's groove, We sit down, we won't sit down. No, we're going to dance a little bit. Especially in one of my shows, we're going to dance a little bit.
Okay. Now, this industry
changing. One of the shows, you got to come check us out.
I really do. Yolanda and I were talking about, all about trail rides. And, I think I had Sky Watley on the show, and he really broke down what a trail ride was for me because she was telling me, and she had me shook, me being from New York and talking about trail ride and being out in the woods at night. And I'm thinking, hell no, I can't do, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Sky Watley, he broke it down a little better. I felt a little more at ease after his show and him telling me, and so the trail ride this past weekend, Yolanda made sure she tagged me in it, the post. And so I got to see, the experience a little more better. And I feel a little bit, more at ease. So I want to pop up. I don't know if I'm ready for the whole experience, but I'm definitely ready to partake in, some of the adventure of a trail ride, a Southern soul show. I definitely want to, be in the midst and actually see what's going on and to meet some of these phenomenal artists that I've had on the show. All of you guys, I feel, are amazing. from the new soul. I think J.B. Walker has the new country soul, the southern soul, the soul artists. All of you, I feel, are amazing. You're gifted with so many talents. The versatility, just not being able to be within one genre, but the cross genres. I'm ready to get in the mix and mingle. Let my hair down a little bit. Yeah, I'm ready for it.
Come on, we welcome.
Yeah,
welcome y'all. Come on down.
Yeah.
We welcome
the
y'all.
music
Come on
industry
down.
changes. It changes on a daily basis. I know when I first started in this industry 14 years ago, my mentor would send me information, maybe every 3 or 4 days. I need to be knowledgeable on this. I need to be knowledgeable on that. And then, maybe every there would be something, Now it's like every hour you need to get caught up on this right here. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just so fast-paced now. It's not where it was 14 years ago. Like, I can't even keep up with all the information that is out right now. Right. But when it comes to advice that you received in the business, what is the best piece of advice that you have received that you have followed in this industry?
You know what? Great. Lenny. Ever heard of Lenny Williams?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a young man. He said, handle your business, stay focused. I'm saying, stay on your grind at all times. He said, you see my age, I'm still grinding. I said, yes. He said, continue those 3 things. And that's what I'm doing, I'm continuing those three things that he gave me, man. We did a show in Michigan, me, him, and the singer Joe. I opened up for him probably about 2 years ago. And that was some great advice from him, man, because, give you a little synopsis of what we did. We were down in like a basement of this place with a big auditorium. And I thought I had really did my thing because, I'm at my chest, I'm like, yeah, I got big tonight. He got to work. He got to work if he come behind me. He said, oh, you're going to make me work tonight. I said, yeah, I'll make you work just a little bit, Mr. Williams. It's Mr. Williams, just a little bit. He did his first 3 songs. I was like, okay, yeah, I'm good. I got it. Like a boxer over there. Like, I got it. Then he hit me with the Mike Tyson. Boom, the knockout punch. When he hit that song, the greatest love song of all time, the whole house went up. I said, wow. I never packed my chest again with a veteran. But Lenny is a great guy, man. I never tried. Last time I just locked into the show with him in January. He gave me some great advice, man. Things like tools that I could use for my vocals, and just a great artist, man, who's been around the business a long time. Opening up for Kelvin, Richardson, and all those guys, and the Rude Boys, and all those guys you mentioned, man. They all just talk stuff and just tell you, just keep your head level. You know what I'm saying? This is just your job. Don't take it way overboard. So, yeah, just stay focused. And that's what I do. Stay focused.
Okay. Now, what's the piece of advice that you received that you didn't follow, but now you wish you would have followed?
Wow, that I didn't follow? Wow. Oh, you got me with that one because I don't really know anything that I didn't follow. They said do and I didn't do. I don't really know anything that I didn't follow. They did me because they're where I want to be. So when they kind of tell me, I kind of try to stick to the script. You know what I'm saying? Why would I go off when I'm like, that's where I want to be?
Right.
They've already paved the way. Let me follow it,
So if there's an aspiring artist who's listening now and they say, you know what, I hear what he's saying, I hear the advice that he received, and he's taken it and applied it to his career, and here I am starting out, I've listened to him, I like his sound, you know what, I kind of sound like him myself, but I'm just starting out, and I'm a little clueless. I don't even know my next step. I don't even know what I should do. What piece of advice could you offer to this aspiring artist?
First and foremost, saying? Keep God first at all times. So it's going to be a hard and long journey. And just stay the course. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's going to be some pitfalls here and there. Just stay the course. And just believe in yourself, believe in your tool, believe in your talent. And I promise you, that door will eventually open up. Just believe in you. You know what I'm saying? You're going to hear all the naysayers, you're friends, you can't do it, you can't do it. And then they'll look up one day and say, wow, they actually did it. So just stay the course and believe in yourself. That's the advice I would give.
Awesome advice right there. I want to jump into your last and final track. Right. Miss Tina. Let's talk about Miss Tina really quickly. Who is Miss Tina? I told you before the show. I heard about 30 seconds of Miss Tina. Enough to know about Miss Tina and that booty. Who is Miss Tina?
Okay, here's Miss Tina, right? So I'm actually down in Dallas, Texas, and I have a friend that I grew up with. She's a twin, and her name is Tina. And I'm saying her sister's Tina, so Tina and Tina, they're twins. But growing up, they were very slim. You know what I'm saying? Very slim, you know. And then I seen her years later, and now she's all the way out. And I let a buddy of mine, you know what I'm saying, a guy who helped me write it back. We were on the plane. I got to give it to you. So I let him see that picture. He said, oh, my God, right? He was like, Miss Tina, where did you get that? He said, body first. And I was like, where'd she get that booty from? And when I fell asleep on the plane coming from Dallas to Atlanta. We just did a big show down there. And I fell asleep and I woke up and he had the verses already written out. That's how great he is, right? Mose Stovall, he's a great Southern soul artist. So he had already written the verses out. We went in the studio in Alabama, Birmingham, and we recorded the song and we put it out. And ladies and gentlemen, that's Miss Tina, young lady I grew up with in South Carolina. That's where it came from.
Shout out to Miss Tina with that booty. We're going to jump into this track right here. I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I got that 30-second clip, as much as I enjoyed it. This is Miss Tina by Tabu. Taboo, guys. You let me know what you think in rotation or no. We got 10s around here, so I think it's up. It's up around here. Miss Tina is definitely up around here. All right. I want to go ahead and give you the opportunity to go ahead and get all of your contact information out for those who may be listening live, for those who may come back and listen to one of the many playback shows, how they can get in contact with you if they're interested in purchasing music, if they want to book you for an interview, if they want to book you for a show. Speaking of shows, this Saturday, October the 8th, Southern Soul Second Saturday's Libra Bash at the American Legion Post 296 presents Soul Diva Miss Monique, Alpha T, and Taboo. Doors open at 8 p.m. 906 West Atlanta Street, Southeast in Marietta, Georgia. All right? If you're in the area, go check my boy Taboo out. The floor is now yours to get all of your contact information out.
First, I want to thank you guys for having me on, man. I really appreciate it. Taking the time out of your busy schedules to say, hey, we want to put it on our show. So we really appreciate you guys for having Taboo, Southern Soul, and R&B artists on the show. Appreciate you. If you guys want to go to Taboo Southern Soul Music at Facebook, you can go to Taboo_Southern Soul Music on our IG. You can check us out there. We're on all social media platforms as far as like buying the product. You can buy all these songs you just heard on all social media platforms. So, Taboo, we appreciate you guys for having me on. And got to come to a trail ride and come hang out with us. Taboo.
And I most definitely will. Guys, no New Music Monday tonight. We will be back tomorrow night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with artist, producer, and DJ Electro Horse, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Interview submissions, New Music Monday submissions, info at EndieFiyaRadio.com. Subject line, New Music Monday submissions or interviews. All right? Until tomorrow, 6:30 p.m., you guys have an amazing night.
Entertainment, news, and daily inspiration for everyone. Entertainment, news, and daily inspiration for everyone. Entertainment, news, and daily inspiration for everyone. Entertainment, news, daily inspiration for everyone, yeah.